In this video, we're going to be talking about absolute value inequalities. Solving absolute value inequalities is a little bit different than solving absolute value equations. You need to make sure you're paying close attention to the inequality symbols. So if you have a less than or equal to, you will have an and situation. And if you have greater than or equal to, you will have an or situation. So remember, and is when they head towards each other. And so your shadings will be in the middle. Or is when they go in opposite directions. So let's look at this first one. It says solve and graph x, or absolute value of x is less than 3. First thing we need to figure out is what inequality symbol we have. We have a less than. So that means that we are going to have an and situation. And so are they going to head towards each other. And so the distance between x and 0 must be 3. Not 3. Must be less than 3. So the values, 3 units to the right and 3 units to the left are solutions. So let's see what we mean by that. I don't think I have enough room. Let's see. -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So 3, a positive 3, I'll have an open circle. Let me get my orange here. There we go. And a -3, I'll have an open circle. And I'm going to shade in between these because all of this will work. I know that I'm going to have an open circle because it's not equal to. The absolute value of x is less than 3. So let's see. If I plug in -2. -2 would give me +2. 2 is less than 3. That works. If I plug in -1, the absolute value of -1 is +1. 1 is less than 3. That works. The absolute value of 0 is 0. 0 is less than 3. 1 is less than 3. And 2 is less than 3. So whenever we have a less than, we're going to shade in between the values. Let's look at example 2. It says solve and graph. The absolute value of x is greater than 4. So here I have greater than, and greater than means that I'm going to have an or situation. And so they're going to be going in opposite directions. So let me go by 2's here. So -6, -4, -2, 0, 2, 4, and 6. The distance between x and 0 must be greater than 4. So the positive values of x must be greater than 4, and the negative values of x must be less than -4. So +4 is going to have an open circle, and we're going to shade to the right. And that represents the positive values of x must be greater than 4. And then the negative values of x must be less than -4. So I'll have an open circle at -4, and I'm going to shade to the left. So again, if you have less than or equal to, you'll have and. You'll take the positive and negative number, and you'll shade in between them. If you have greater than or equal to, you'll have or. You'll do the positive and the negative version of those numbers, and you'll shade in opposite directions. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can try examples 3 and 4. So on example 3, this one is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to is going to be an and situation. Whoops. There we go. And so that means that we're going to be heading towards each other. So I'll just do from -3 to +3. And I know that I'm going to have filled in circles because I have equal to. And that equal to symbol is telling me that I'll have closed circles. So I'll have a closed circle at -1 and a closed circle at +1. And then I'm shading in between them because it's less than and it's and. For example 4, I'll also do from -3 to +3. And again, this is going to be an or situation. So they're going to go in opposite directions because I have that greater than symbol. And so I'm going to have a closed circle at +2 and a closed circle at -2. Again, I know they're going to be closed because I have that equal to symbol underneath there. And then because it's greater than, we're going to go in opposite directions. And so I'll have x is less than or equal to -2 and x is greater than or equal to +2. And so that is what I will have there. And if it helps you, write that out. So here we have x is less than or equal to -2 or x is greater than or equal to +2. For these ones, this would be -1 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to +1. This one would be -3 is less than x is less than 3. And here we would have x is less than -4 or x is greater than +4. So if it helps you, think about it that way before you start graphing.